Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 5.
We begin with breaking news tonight. A quarrel between friends has resulted in an attempted murder charge in Crookston, Minnesota, and a teenager dead. Good evening and thanks for joining us tonight. 18-year-old Daniel Gonzalez Jr. is in the Polk County Jail, charged with allegedly shooting his best friend in the head. Family members say 18-year-old Juan Morales has died. He was life-flighted from Crookston to a Fargo hospital early this morning. Valley News Team's Neil Carlson's been working this story and has the very latest.
It's kind of hard to talk about it. My kids love them. Okay. I know it's hard.
Police responded to reports of a shooting here at this apartment building in the northeast corner of Crookston at 12:22 a.m. A neighbor says around 6 people were having a party in apartment number 4. A neighbor who lives right next door says the woman who was actually renting the apartment where the shooting occurred was not home at the time all this happened. The neighbor says she saw the suspect Daniel Gonzalez Jr. running from the apartment before she heard a gunshot in the apartment a short time later.
Yeah, he was there. And in fact, he's the one that I seen. He was staggering out here. I know he was drunk, because he came back into the apartment drunk, and then he went around the corner, so.
And he must have gone back to the apartment.
Yeah, he must have came back. Whether that's when he went and got the gun, I don't know.
Family members and police say the suspect, Daniel Gonzalez Jr., and the victim, Juan Morales, had been arguing earlier, but it's still not clear what sparked that argument.
Right now, we're not sure what the argument was completely about, and it ended up in a physical altercation and then progressed to this.
Yes, they were friends, and I don't know what went wrong, but I don't even know what really happened, because I wasn't.
Any idea what they were arguing about?
No idea.
Okay.
I don't know.
What is known about that argument is that it ruined the lives of 2 young men. In Crookston, Neil Carlson, Valley News Live.
Gonzalez Jr. is expected to make his first court appearance in Crookston tomorrow, where he'll be formally charged with first-degree attempted murder. Well, dozens of people living in North Fargo are upset about how dark their neighborhoods are, saying it's a growing concern because of recent crime. We talked with people living in the Roosevelt neighborhood who say they need more streetlights before it gets worse, saying the senseless crimes and meth are scaring them, and they make it harder to let kids play outside or even walk their pets. And it's not just that one neighborhood. Others in North Fargo are facing similar problems.
You know, the neighborhood here is pretty good with watching out for each other. If we see something weird happening, we will, say something. But you can't report what you can't see.
Now, coming up tonight on Valley News Live at 6, Fargo Mayor Tim Mahoney says a solution could take more than a year. Hear what's going to be done and who will pay for it. Also new to report, the family of a 14-year-old boy who has been fighting an infection in his brain says that he has passed away. Hunter Bhutan was swimming at Lake Minnewaska when he's believed to have contracted a very rare and severe brain infection caused by an amoeba. The Minnesota Department of Health says that this amoeba is typically found in fresh water and soil around the world. And in rare cases, it can infect people by entering the body through the nose. Well, Moorhead police have identified the woman whose body was pulled from the Red River on Tuesday as Cynthia Neifeld. Now, according to Moorhead police, Neifeld was reported missing to the Fargo Police Department and was seen last Sunday morning. The 52-year-old's body was discovered by a kayaker around 6:20 p.m. on Tuesday. Police do not suspect foul play here. Well, to our weather, if you've spent any time outdoors today, you're lucky. It's beautiful out there. A little bit of haze, but that sunshine's pretty nice. Can we expect the warmth and the sun to stick around? Let's check with Hutch Johnson. Hutch?
Thanks so much, Stephanie. Well, if you're heading outdoors to spend some time at the park, maybe watch the baseball game, or maybe head out to the Red River Valley Fair, things are high and dry. We are literally hundreds of miles from anything on the radar. Your hour-by-hour forecast this evening shows light wind, just a few clouds drifting overhead. We'll stay in the 80s through sunset, then dip down into the 70s for a very quiet night. Now, some very hot weather is heading our way. I think we'll have to dance with some storms as we go through the weekend as well. I have hour-by-hour details on what you can expect coming up here just in just a few moments.
Well, it's nice to see the sunshine, though.
It is.
All right. Thank you, Hutch. Lots of damage to mailboxes and a fence in South Fargo, and police say it was a drunk driver who did it. 30-year-old Sidonia Lauren from Fargo is facing a DUI charge. The incident started just before 4 yesterday afternoon in the Prairie Wood area. People in the neighborhood reported a car crashing into the mailboxes, then taking off, leaving behind its bumper and license plate. Police say that Lauren continued driving, taking out more mailboxes. Her car finally stopped after ramming into a fence. Well, it's a shocking number. 73% of young North Dakotans cannot join the military because they're either too overweight, uneducated, or either a criminal or drug user. That's according to data from the Department of Defense. A new report out by Mission Readiness says they're seeing high numbers like this all across our country, and it's becoming a national security risk, they say. Today, 4 retired North Dakota generals talked about this issue at the Fargo Air Museum. The generals and Mission Readiness Group say their goal is to have schools serve healthier lunches and have more physical education class time.
And there has been a difference in how social media has affected the lives of our children. Again, parents' involvement. Life doesn't stop at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And how we treat ourselves and our activities after that is very important.
The study says that 1 in 4 people in Cass County are obese, along with 12% of active duty service members. Well, want to take the family on a mini vacation this summer? Back to the days of lumberjacks and sawmills? Well, now you can. The Rapid River Logging Camp has all the equipment of what was used for loggers and more. See where loggers sent logs down the river to this saw powered by a steam engine. Look at that food. Families can enjoy a traditional breakfast full of ham, eggs, and pancakes.
You can come out and enjoy with your family. There's groups of relatives that come out, little kids. We have a souvenir shop, chickens, a nice rapids, river, nice trails to walk on. It's a good, fun time. It's definitely a fun time.
It looks like it. For more information on the camp, go to valleynewslive.com and click on our hot button for a link to their homepage. High numbers of suicides, a poor health system. Those are just some problems that many young Native Americans say they're facing. Today in Washington, D.C., thousands of people came together for the first ever White House Youth Tribal Gathering. Our Valley News Live Washington correspondent Nick Starling was there and tells us how this generation of young Native Americans hopes to change their future.
All of these young Native Americans are in this room for a purpose, to be leaders in their tribes.
Wow, this is awesome. Like, I'm here.
Christy Wildcat is from Riverton, Wyoming, part of the Northern Arapaho tribe.
Crazy how all of us can come together for one day and make a change in all of this.
The change she wants is for Native Americans to be viewed differently. She says back home in Wyoming, they are stereotyped.
Some people kind of look down on us natives, and that's what some of the issues are, and alcoholism, addictions like that. That's a big thing.
Christy and over 1,000 others listened to Indian country advocates on how this type of change can be made.
We need you to be an advocate for the people and for the tribes, and for those resources that it's going to take.
You know best what to do for your people, and it is our job to help facilitate that.
The Obama administration is calling this Native youth movement Generation Indigenous, or Generation I. First Lady Michelle Obama says this change starts with them.
No action is too small. Every voice matters. And while you might not see the change you want in your lifetime, maybe your children will see that change.
Change Christy is hoping to make real soon.
I feel like a difference is coming.
Along with this Generation I movement, the Obama administration has a long list of programs they have set out to help the Native youth. Reporting in Washington, Nick Starling, Valley News Live.
Now, a favorite for many, tools to grill up the perfect summer barbecue. We're testing out a product tonight that claims to eliminate all cleanup without sacrificing flavor. You've seen the Miracle Grill mat on TV probably, but does it actually work? Tonight on Valley News Live, 10 at 10. Valley News Team's Nicole Johnson serves up some burgers to find out. The community was greeted by a warm sight in the street today as a group of kids turned a sour summer treat into something very sweet. Children from a local child care center held a lemonade and treat stand to raise money for people in need. The money, it's going towards the United Way school supply drive to help buy school supplies for kids. Organizers say they're happy to see the kids excited about giving back.
Oh, it makes me feel wonderful that they are looking to help give back to the community, and they're so excited to give back to the community.
This is the third year the event has been held. Organizers say they hope to beat last year's fundraising and funding, which raised more than $1,000. Nice work. Still ahead for us, your leftover 4th of July fund could send someone to the hospital severe burns.
Temperatures returning to seasonable here in the valley after a cool start to the week. It looks like more hot weather is on the way. Of details on that, talk about some storms in our forecast right after this.